Yo, what's up guys? Unicron the Destroyer here, and today we're going to be taking a look at Transformers Studio Series 86 Bonecrusher. So first off, here's the box. 16-step conversion, as you can see on the back. Bio on Bonecrusher / Devastator. Devastator artwork on the side, number 2 of 6. It's got the clear packaging and packaged window, and some more artwork on the front. But now let's get into the real good part, the figure. Alright guys, so here we have Bonecrusher out of the box, and first impressions, I have seen a lot of people say that his color scheme is bland and his arms are stumpy. They aren't as bad in hand. They do look better. There is this blob on the back of the chest that you can take off. I'm just not going to, but like, it's on a peg, like a mushroom peg, so you can just take it off if you want. I choose to keep it on just because I want to keep them ready for when I get the rest of the members for Devastator. Overall, pretty show accurate. I mean, I kind of wish it did have a little more paint based off like the toy maybe, but he's not too bad. Articulation-wise, he's pretty standard for a deluxe. He's got ball joint at the shoulders, ball joint at the elbow, which you can obviously see. There's no wrist rotation as it's part of the arm, which is like where I get that core class and vibe from it. But yeah, you can get a 360 at the elbow, which is nice. 360 and that far out with the shoulder. For knees, this far, or for legs is this far forward, and you got to finagle it a little bit, but he can get over a full split actually, which is nice. For the tank treads, you got to like unpeg it, or sorry, the bulldozer treads, you got to unpeg it, and like, it's like, it snaps into place, kind of like a Megatron does, Transformers 1 Studio Series Megatron. Head is on a swivel. But it can look up and down thanks to this transformation piece. So you can get a 360 with the head. He looks up that far, looks down actually really far. This does bother me. So there's not really a place for it to tab in except if you get it in there, but my connection is like kind of not the best, so it doesn't turn out great. It does peg in for the most part. He does technically have an ab crunch. You just got to undo this part and then like finagle this guy around. So you kind of have an ab crunch, more for Devastator mode though. Ankle tilt, and there is a thigh swivel, upper thigh swivel. So, and the feet are also on like a weird like peg thing, so it's hard to do it. Accessory wise, he only comes with this tiny gun, and technically, I can't remember or not if this was separate in the packaging, but like the leg part of Devastator, or the arm, or sorry, the forearm part was separate. Overall though, it's a nice robot mode, but now Alright guys, so here we have Bonecrusher in his alt mode, and overall it's pretty nice. I like it. There's like, although there is like a lack of cockpit control area, whatever, for a bulldozer, which, I mean, it kind of bothers me. It's not the biggest deal, I know. No pinned wheels, but I mean, let's be honest, you don't really need it to. I mean, it's a tank. Although Scrapper did have pinned wheels in his alt mode, but he didn't have treads, he had wheels, so I guess it's fine. Overall, it's a decent alt mode. The like extra leg beef kind of just hides in the bottom for the bulldozer, and this is articulated, so you can move it up and down. If you want more articulation, you can pull it out, I guess, and like mess around with it, but you're just supposed to like have all this like kind of crammed together and like that. Decepticon symbol is a nice touch. Again, it does feel like there's a bit of a lack of paint. It's just like a big green blob with bits of purple in it, but overall not too bad. But now let's take a look at the combine mode. Alright guys, so here we have Bonecrusher in his combine mode. It's really simple. All you have to do is just take the arm, like forearm bit, just flip it out of the bottom and like turn and like swivel it this way, and there you go. So this is supposed to be the, I believe, left shoulder, right if you're looking at him, of Devastator. It doesn't look too bad. It is a beast. It's pretty big for that. Forearm, it's not too bad. I guess the hand goes in here. And I guess the body will like port into right this, or like this little gap right here. Not too bad, not overall, really good. I like it. But yeah, now let's do some size comparisons and see how well he scales. Alright guys, so I have a couple figures here for size comparison. So first off, I guess the best one to do would be Scrapper, the only other Constructicon currently available. They scale pretty well. Still kind of, I still can see why people would be bothered. They're the same height, even though this is $10 more, whatever. But I like how they scale. They're the same size. Bonecrusher's a bit chonky, except for like nothing in the legs, basically. But overall, he's not too bad. Next up, we have 86 Optimus Prime, which, here, let me zoom out a little bit. You can see he scales pretty good. I mean, he's not too bad. About the same size, so it looks okay. And then next up, we have, well, we have two more figures, but technically the same character. So we have 86 Galvatron. Let me just scooch it over so it's in frame more. So he is a little tinier, whatever. I mean, that's how it was in the cartoon, I'm pretty sure. Overall, really nice. Like the scaling. And then last but certainly not least, although it isn't technically an official figure, I want to include it just to give it some more love. We have the upgraded Earthrise Dramatic Capture Series Megatron with the 86 Optimus Prime upgrade kit. Looks really good. I like it. Accurate scaling overall. But yeah, thanks for checking out the video. Please make sure to like and subscribe, and I will see you in the next one.
Farewell, humans.